In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Today I want to share something that, at first glance, may seem simple and ordinary, something so small that we often overlook it completely. Yet, if we take the time to reflect, we will uncover profound wisdom hidden within. It is about ants. Yes, those tiny creatures that move busily beneath our feet, working tirelessly without expecting recognition or praise. They exist in almost every corner of the world, forming vast and intricate communities, each functioning with remarkable discipline and cooperation. Because in Islam, we are taught that nothing in creation exists without purpose. Allah, the most merciful, has created the universe with precise design and wisdom. And within every creature, no matter how small, there are signs and lessons for those who seek understanding. The Qur'an repeatedly calls us to observe the world around us, to reflect upon the wonders of nature, and to recognize in them the signs of Allah's greatness. When we take a moment to study the life of an ant, we begin to see how much we can learn from this tiny creation, lessons that can strengthen our faith, refine our character, and deepen our understanding of Allah's divine order. Their way of life offers valuable insights into hard work, unity, humility, patience, gratitude, and preparation for the future. One of the most beautiful reminders of this truth comes from the story of Prophet Sulayman, peace be upon him, who was granted the ability to understand the language of animals. In Surah An-Naml verse 8, Allah describes a moment when an ant, witnessing the approach of Prophet Sulayman, peace be upon him, and his army, warned its fellow ants. "O ants, enter your dwellings, lest Sulayman and his soldiers crush you while they perceive not." This seemingly simple act, an ant calling out to protect its community, was deemed significant enough by Allah to be preserved in the Qur'an for all of humanity to read and reflect upon until the end of time. Why? Because nothing in the Qur'an is random or without a deeper meaning. It is an invitation for us to pause, to think, and to learn. In our fast-paced world, where we are often too preoccupied with the big events of life, we rarely take the time to notice the small, quiet examples of dedication, unity, and purpose that Allah has placed all around us. But Islam teaches us that even the most humble of creatures can become our teachers. Through their behavior, ants remind us of the virtues of diligence, selflessness, humility, and resilience, qualities that form the foundation of a strong and faithful believer. So today, as we explore the lessons that ants can teach us through the lens of Islamic teachings, I invite you to open your heart and mind to the wisdom found in the smallest of Allah's creations. Because sometimes the tiniest creatures carry the greatest reminders. 1. The virtue of hard work, a reflection on diligence in Islam. One of the first qualities that capture our attention when observing ants is their incredible dedication to hard work. From the moment they leave their nests, they are constantly on the move, searching for food, carrying objects many times their own weight, and tirelessly contributing to the well-being of their entire colony. There is no laziness in the world of ants. Every single one of them has a role, and they fulfill their duties with unwavering commitment. If we compare their way of life to our own responsibilities as Muslims, we will realize how much we can learn from them. In Islam, hard work is not merely encouraged. It is a form of worship when done with sincere intention and purpose. Allah has created us to be people of action, striving with our hands, minds, and hearts to improve our lives, serve our communities, and above all, seek His pleasure. The Quran emphasizes this repeatedly, and that there is not for man except that good for which he strives. Surah An-Naml 53-39. This verse reminds us that success does not come from mere wishes or passivity. Just as ants spend their days gathering food and securing their future, we are instructed to put forth our best effort in everything we do, whether it is earning a living, seeking knowledge, fulfilling our duties towards our families, or contributing to society. Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, emphasized the importance of earning an honest living through effort and perseverance. He said, "No one has ever eaten food better than that which he earned with his own hands." Indeed, the Prophet Dawood, peace be upon him, used to eat from what he earned with his own hands. Sahih al-Bukhari 2072. This hadith teaches us that work, no matter how small or humble, is honorable in the sight of Allah. The ant, despite its tiny size, embodies this principle perfectly. It does not stop to wonder if its efforts are recognized. It works simply because that is its purpose. And in fulfilling that purpose, it benefits its entire community. Islam calls us to adopt a similar mindset. We should never sit idly by, waiting for blessings to come without effort. Instead, we must get up, take action, and work hard while trusting that Allah will provide the results. Ants do not complain about the difficulty of their tasks. They do not stop when faced with obstacles. They simply continue, step by step, carrying burdens far greater than what we would expect from such small creatures. This level of commitment is something we, too, should strive for in our own lives. Every effort we make, no matter how small, can have a lasting impact when done with sincerity. Through the example of ants, Allah gently reminds us that steady effort, sincere intention, and perseverance lead to great achievements not only in this world but also in our journey toward the hereafter. 2. The strength of unity, a lesson in brotherhood and cooperation. If we take a moment to reflect on the life of ants, another striking quality we observe is their incredible unity and sense of brotherhood. Ants do not live solitary lives, nor do they seek personal gain over the welfare of others. Instead, they live and work together in absolute harmony, always placing the needs of their colony above their individual desires. Each ant has a role, whether it is gathering food, protecting the nest, or caring for the young, and they contribute selflessly to the greater good. Their success depends entirely on this spirit of cooperation. Without unity, their colony would fall into chaos, and their survival would be impossible. As Muslims, we are taught the same principle. Islam places an enormous emphasis on unity, brotherhood, and standing together as one ummah under the guidance of Allah. Allah commands us in the Qur'an, "And hold firmly to the rope of Allah altogether and do not become divided." Surah Al-Imran 3-103. The example of ants reinforces this teaching in a way that is both simple and profound. We may come from different backgrounds, cultures, and languages, but like ants, we are meant to work as one, supporting one another, uplifting each other, and strengthening our community. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, reminded us that we are like a single body. The believers, in their mutual kindness, compassion, and sympathy, are just like one body. When one of its limbs suffers, the whole body responds with wakefulness and fever. Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. Just as ants immediately come to the aid of a struggling member of their colony, we are taught to look after our brothers and sisters, to care for their needs, and to support them in both hardship and ease. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to stay updated with more inspiring Islamic content. Like, share, and comment to support our work and spread the message. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. It is about one of the tiniest and often overlooked creatures in our world, the ant. In Islam, we are taught that nothing in creation exists without a purpose. Their existence is not random, nor are their actions without meaning. Instead, they offer us insights into hard work, unity, humility, gratitude, and trust in Allah's divine plan. One of the most beautiful reminders in the Qur'an comes from the story of Prophet Sulayman, peace be upon him, who was granted the extraordinary ability to understand the language of animals. In Surah An-Naml, the ant, verse 18, Allah describes a fascinating moment when an ant warned its fellow ants. "O ants, enter your dwellings so that Sulayman and his army do not crush you while they perceive not." Quran 27-18. This simple yet profound act of awareness, concern, and communication by a creature as small as an ant was significant enough to be recorded in the Quran. Allah does not highlight anything without a deeper purpose. In our fast-paced world, we often fail to notice the small but powerful signs of wisdom embedded in the natural order around us. Through their tireless work, structured cooperation, and unwavering perseverance, ants remind us of fundamental Islamic values. So today, as we explore the lessons we can draw from ants in the light of Islamic teachings, I invite you to open your heart and mind to the wisdom that Allah has placed within His creation. Lesson 1. Hard work and perseverance, an act of worship. One of the most striking qualities of ants is their unwavering dedication to hard work. Laziness does not exist in the world of ants. Each one has a role to play, and every duty is fulfilled with unshakable commitment. This relentless work ethic serves as a powerful reminder for us as Muslims. Allah has created us as people of action, those who strive with their hands, minds, and hearts to improve their lives and serve those around them, all while seeking His pleasure. The Qur'an emphasizes the importance of effort and striving, and that there is not for man except that good for which he strives. Quran 53-39. Just as ants spend their days gathering and securing provisions for the future, we too are taught to exert our best efforts in our work, whether in earning a livelihood, seeking knowledge, caring for our families, or contributing to our communities. Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, placed immense value on working with one's own hands. He taught that the most blessed wealth is that which is earned through honest labor and dedication. The ant, despite its tiny size, exemplifies this mindset perfectly. It does not seek validation for its efforts, nor does it pause to question whether its work is appreciated. It simply fulfills its purpose, and in doing so, benefits its entire community. Likewise, Islam encourages us to avoid idleness and to trust that Allah will bless our sincere efforts. Ants do not complain about the weight of their burdens or the obstacles in their path. They keep moving forward with resilience. This teaches us a powerful lesson, that even the smallest, most consistent efforts can lead to significant results when carried out with sincerity and perseverance. Lesson 2. Unity and brotherhood, strength and togetherness. Another incredible trait of ants is their unmatched sense of unity and brotherhood. Unlike solitary creatures, ants live in highly organized societies where every individual works toward the greater good of the colony. Whether gathering food, defending the nest, or caring for the young, each ant contributes selflessly to ensure the survival and success of its community. This is a profound reminder of the importance of brotherhood and unity in Islam. Allah has commanded us to hold firmly to the rope of faith and avoid division. And hold firmly to the rope of Allah altogether and do not become divided. Quran 3-103. Just as ants function as a single, cohesive unit, the Muslim Ummah is strongest when we stand together, supporting one another and working side by side in the service of Allah. Differences in backgrounds, cultures, or languages should not divide us. Rather, they should serve as a source of strength, allowing us to bring diverse talents and perspectives together for the greater good. Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, beautifully described this unity. The believers, in their mutual kindness, compassion, and sympathy, are just like one body. When one part of the body suffers, the whole body responds with wakefulness and fever. Sahih Muslim. When ants encounter difficulties, whether carrying a heavy load or facing danger, they immediately assist one another. They do not leave a struggling member behind. This is the kind of selflessness and cooperation that Islam calls us toward. We are taught to care for our brothers and sisters, to share in their joys and support them in hardships. The strength of an ant colony does not come from a single ant, but from their collective effort. Likewise, our success as an ummah is not about individual achievements but about our ability to uplift, support, and strengthen one another in faith. Lesson 3. Planning and preparation, living with foresight. Ants are not only hardworking and united, they are also remarkably wise and forward-thinking. They do not wait for winter to arrive before searching for food. Instead, they prepare in advance, gathering and storing what they need to survive through difficult times. This behavior aligns perfectly with Islamic teachings on planning, preparation, and using time wisely. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, advised, "Take advantage of 5 before 5, your youth before your old age, your health before your sickness, your wealth before your poverty, your free time before you become busy, and your life before your death." Just as ants work ahead of time to secure their future, we too must prepare not just for this world but most importantly for our hereafter. Islam does not encourage a life of carelessness or wishful thinking. Rather, we are taught to be mindful of how we spend our time, resources, and efforts. Are we preparing our hearts with remembrance of Allah? Are we using our wealth wisely, helping those in need? Are we planning for the day when we will stand before our Creator? The ant's behavior teaches us to look beyond the present moment and act with purpose. It reminds us that true believers anticipate the future, take action, and trust that with the right effort, Allah will bless the outcome. These are just a few of the many profound lessons we can draw from the humble ant. Despite its small size, it carries within it some of the greatest reminders of faith, resilience, humility, and purpose. May we carry these lessons forward, working with sincerity, living with humility, supporting one another, and preparing for our ultimate journey toward Allah. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to stay updated with more inspiring Islamic content. Like, share, and comment to support our work and spread the message.